Hello and warm welcome to your decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. And I'm Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth. Today the article that we're decoding is on page number 17. Page number 17 of the Economic Times newspaper. And this article is called IT Top 4 to hire 1/3 less freshers in financial year 2023 as mood soars. So this is the conversation that we're going to have today, and let's begin. Hi Veena, good morning. I'm glad my people are here and they are acknowledging their presence. Warm welcome everybody, and keep typing in the chat like Veena that you're around for your financial success. And I am meanwhile beginning on the article, reading it, decoding with you. So top 4 IT firms, they have projected to hire only 1.5 lakh freshers. And this is in the financial year 2023, which means the current financial year, which is running April 1st, 2022 to 31st March 2023. And this 1.5 lakh freshers being hired is in comparison to 2.27 lakh freshers last year. So last financial year, 2.27 lakh freshers hired, and this year, 1.5 lakh. So the top 4 Indian IT companies, they have forecasted that they would hire 1,55,000 freshers in the ongoing fiscal year, which is the financial year ending March 2023. This is about 1/3 lower compared to the record freshers onboarded in the previous financial year, which was around 2,27,000. And this hiring was done by TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, HCL Technologies, and Wipro. So these are the 3 companies which hired these many people, and that's what they're talking about. They're saying 1/3 of so many people being hired now. Hi Diksha, Kaveri, good morning, welcome. So human resource experts and staffing company executives said this could be a knee-jerk reaction to fears of an economic slowdown in the US and Europe, and the 2 largest markets for these software service exporters, and normalization of the hiring numbers. So normalization of the hiring numbers happening, and 1/3 less numbers happening this financial year. Why? Because economic slowdown is being forecasted, right? There is fear around the economic slowdown, and especially because TCS, Infosys and these companies, they export software to Europe and US. So because of this slowdown, the hiring has also slowed down. So you can see how the fear of the future is driving the actions of today and the projections of the coming financial year. So whether the slowdown is coming or not, economic slowdown, but definitely the slowdown in hiring people is coming. Hi Sangeeta, Margi, welcome. So Sunil C, who is the chief executive of staffing company TeamLease Digital, he's saying in the April to June quarter, decision making on the IT hiring front slowed due to news about a possible recession in the US. Accordingly, organizations were quick in reducing their hiring outlook, including fresher intake for financial year 2023. What are you guys getting? I want you to start typing. We can see hiring is hit in the IT sector. How does this impact us? What's showing up for us from this? How do you decode this? So start typing, start thinking. Because in a wealth creators world, just listening to news or reading it is not enough. How do we use this information? What are we getting from this piece of information? So start typing, start thinking, guys. I'm waiting for some of you to think and take some courage and write stuff. Okay? So all of you who are here, and if you have not acknowledged your presence, writing what you are understanding gives you an opportunity to acknowledge your presence. So go ahead. Know that you belong into this community, and acknowledging your presence is your job. So go ahead. So TCS has given a projection that it's going to hire 40,000 freshers in this financial year. Infosys is going to hire 50,000. And this is from an 85,000 low. Okay, I mean 85,000 high. So last financial year 85,000 people Infosys hired, and this time it's talking about 50,000. Last year TCS hired 100,000 people, so 1 lakh people, and this time it's talking about hiring 40,000 people. Wipro is talking about hiring 30,000 people, and HCL Technologies is talking about hiring 35,000 people. So this is not to scare you guys that we are putting this information out. How can wealth creators use this? If recession truly comes, how are you going to use this? Use this time, the recession time. If slowdown in the job market really comes, how are you going to use this opportunity? What are you going to do? So start typing. What I'm loving is I'm making you think. You know, another great paragraph I have found here was that much of the hiring that happened last year was on the back of a huge tailwind which was driven by the super cycle of digitization, which happened after COVID-19 pandemic. And staff correction happened, so a lot of restructuring happened. Kaveri is saying it would be interesting to look more into why they are hiring it less. Is it an industry slowdown? It's economy slowdown. Yeah, Europe and US are the biggest markets for these Indian IT companies, Kaveri. So they are exporting to companies in Europe and US, and if US slows down, Europe slows down, then people are going to spend lesser money. So these companies, they do not want to increase, in very easy terms, they don't want to increase their expenses without having enough business in hand. So that's how it is. Is it less attrition rate? Is it a learning from economizing because of the pandemic? Is it because of the news of recession? Yeah. Recession, pandemic, economic slowdown. A lot of digitization has happened. A lot of cover-up has happened. Yeah. Wherever in the pandemic, if things were hit. Sangeeta, prepare yourself for the recession. Yes. And how do you prepare, Sangeeta? Save more. Spend less. Invest wisely. Start choosing your investments after research. Only invest via research. If you don't know how to research, then learn. Be a part of a course. Bring in some inorganic growth into your money life. Join a course, join a community, start moving ahead. Those are just some of the starting points. Have your goals be absolutely clear for you. Christina is saying save well now. Keep your emergency funds intact. Brilliant, Christina. Yes, emergency funds being on track. Sangeeta, if we've invested wisely, then no problem. Yes, if we have invested wisely and say a recession comes, stock market also slows down, though it has recovered very, very fast if you notice. Say the stock market slows down, it will be the sale time. We can then buy more into quality stocks. Kaveri, of course, to stay invested in solid companies is a constant. Inflation or recession immaterial. And of course, make sure you have a solid emergency fund. Bingo, Kaveri. Archana, I am thinking, is it freshers alone they have reduced? What about the laterals? Well, Archana, you're in the IT industry. You can tell us straight from the hub, Bangalore. What's happening? I mean, we're looking at it from outside, but you're right there, in there. So the view you can give us will be fantastic. And we have a lot of IT women and engineers and all of them, working in IT parks in Bangalore, Kerala, some of them in Hyderabad. We have a lot of community members from these areas. I'm just looking at the article and seeing if there's anything I can share more. Now, one of the paragraphs says that the tables have turned now, with both attrition and utilization no longer favorable for IT companies. So yeah, coming back to some normalcy maybe, or maybe not. So that's it for today, everybody. I trust you start learning to think from these articles, okay? Because just reading Economic Times or ET Wealth newspaper is not it. We need to start thinking while reading. So I'm glad, I am sure, I trust that you're learning to think, because that's what our schools and colleges don't think, and it's a very important skill to gain. Archana is saying, I am hearing a lot of recruiting is happening with experienced people. So reducing the freshers may be due to some other reason. I'm not sure. Got that, Archana? Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, maybe it's time to hire the experienced people than the freshers and investing in their skill building. Got that, Archana? So everybody, if you're benefiting from the videos, from the lives, please make sure that you share them with people in your life. We don't know who's that next woman who is ready to be a part of this mission. We're committed that 50 lakh women will become wealth creators by 2030. So let's make it happen, and your participation is critical to the realization of this goal. Thank you so much. Do type in shared if you are sharing the video, and send in some hearts. I can already see some of the hearts coming my way. So keep sending that love, and know that we are right here for your financial success. Anytime you want to reach out, we are right here for you to make a difference to you. And here is my link to reach out to me on WhatsApp so that we can fix up an appointment and talk. So anytime you want to reach out to me, here is the link. This is the link you reach out to, and this is my direct link that you can access for your financial growth. Like I said, know that we are standing right next to you for your financial progress. So take charge, stay safe, and keep coming back for your financial success. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.